Hey, this is Toxic Mike, owner of Toxic Radio and host of Deviant Gamer.
Hey, I'm the Fishman, general manager and program director for Toxic Radio and host of the Heavy Metal Happy Hour.
We want to take a moment to wish you a kick-ass Christmas and say thanks for rocking out with us here at Toxic Radio. We hope you enjoy the content that we deliver on a daily basis and look forward to supplying your metal needs in the rockin' New Year.
Hey, be sure to check out the Toxic Shop for awesome Christmas gift ideas featuring Deviant Gamer, the Heavy Metal Happy Hour, Red Band Underground, and Toxic Radio. Thank you again for your continued support, and as always, remember, don't play it safe,
Play it toxic.
Planning your Saturday night can be a bit of a bitch.
Saturday night is the loneliest night in the week.
Well, it doesn't have to be. Load up Toxic Radio every Saturday night for the Heavy Metal Happy Hour with the one and only Fishman.
I know that, dude.
There will be interviews, ticket giveaways, a little bit of banter with Toxic Mike, and of course great metal from the 80s all the way through today. Starts at 7 p.m., runs until Fish says it's over.
Everyone get out!
Catch it only on Toxic Radio. Don't play it safe. Play it toxic.
What's up, everyone? You're back. Yeah, that means you liked it. Or you're watching it by mistake. Who knows? But with that being said, it is getting closer and closer to Christmas, fresh off a snowstorm in this area. Woo! Was it overblown or was it not overblown? I think it was a little bit, depending on where you lived. How do you guys feel? Do you feel it was overblown?
I mean, that's a weird way to say it, but yeah, it wasn't. It depended on where you live, and that was the weird thing. So we're up here in the Northeast. It was towards Jersey, a little bit more South Jersey, not so much. North Jersey, New York got fucking slammed, and PA, at the outskirts of PA, got insanely slammed. I mean, I saw TikTok videos of people with like 3 feet of snow. So it's all a matter of geographically where you're at, whether or not you got shit on by the snow.
Well, yeah, somewhere along I-80 in PA, I heard there was a 66-car pileup just because of the snow.
Yeah, that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare.
So I'm just glad I wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hope everybody was safe, but yeah, that sucks. That is a nightmare.
Look at him. He didn't. For everybody behind that doesn't see behind the scenes, but is watching live, we just watched as Godfrey had to find his cables to plug in because he was losing battery life.
Correct. But that's why I strategically knew you guys were watching it. It would take me off camera eventually.
I didn't. I was like, what are you? Because I didn't know what you were doing, so I just left you there. That's how professional I am.
My vibrator.
What? Do you own one?
We got to figure, man. It is your show, so you should be on camera at all times.
No.
Is it weird for a guy to own a vibrator?
Yes.
So, I agree with that.
Well,
yes.
hold on. It depends what kind of guy you are. So I guess it's not weird, really. I mean, I don't own one, and I never will. Let's get that straight, you filthy motherfuckers. But
now the question is, does Mike own one?
Yeah. Oh, without question.
So wait, is it okay? Owning, does that mean you bought it or that it's in your house?
Well, how did it get here? Did it walk in like a bug?
Does it
snuck in your door while you had it open, taking out the trash?
Are we saying ownership is you bought one or that you just have one in the house? Exactly.
No, well,
think about that.
I mean, is it your blow if someone leaves the blow at your house when they burn it up for a party?
Oh, then it's not. Then I don't own one. There you go.
No, I thought it is your blow.
Oh, then I own one.
Okay. Wow.
I'm not going to ask.
Choking the plastic chicken. So, yeah, lots going on. Snow. Woo. I always feel like everybody's like, bread and milk. It wasn't that bad this year because less people are driving because of the pandemic, obviously, right? I mean, I always feel like people get caught by surprise by snow up here, and it becomes a shit show. Like, because whatever is happening, and traffic is a nightmare at that point. Traffic that usually isn't a nightmare. So, anyway, it usually sucks. But all I know is that, Mike, did you have to go into work today?
Absolutely. Come on. Most places, I believe, had their employees come into work today, even though we were slipping and sliding all over the place. But yeah, I had to go into work.
Yeah,
and it wasn't fun. I don't know if you were going to go there, but this is what I've been saying to everybody that I talked to about the snow. The real tragedy is the tons and tons of kids who didn't get a snow day yesterday or today because all the kids are learning virtually.
Fuck their couch.
Whoa! So you're on board.
Yeah, because first off, when I went to school, a snow day was a real snow day. Like, if it snowed 5 inches, you were fucking walking there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, straight up. There was like, oh yeah, here's your your mom would dress you up and you were going to school. Don't get hit by a car. See you later. I mean, now it's like, woo. So to me, yeah, man, with all these classes they have to miss, fuck it. Now you have snow days built in. You get done the school year earlier. That's the benefit to it. You don't get screwed with well, we had a bunch of snow days, so it has to go like a week and a half longer than it usually does to mess up family plans. So there's a positive to it. But yeah, I saw that too. I thought that was funny because they'll never know what a snow day actually was.
Mm-hmm.
But now, if there's a dusting, school is canceled. Straight up. I used to date a teacher. I've dated a couple teachers. Straight up. They're like, oh, yeah, they're probably not going to cancel on me. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, school's canceled. I just got the call. It's like 11 p.m. that night. There's like a dusting on the ground. It was like Frosty the Snowman burped. Oh my God. There's snow on the ground. Cancel it.
Don't work that way in Jersey.
Yeah, but it was a little overblown depending on where you live. If you're west, you got more snow. But anyway, fuck the weather. We sound like a senior citizen's home right now. Sorry, boomers, if you're listening. Sorry, Jamie. Just kidding. No.
Oh, thanks a lot.
So Wawa
Prick you.
is going to honorable mention here. First drive-through is about to open in New Jersey. Wawa's first drive-through.
I heard about that. Where is it?
It is in West Hampton, 570 Rancocas Road. In case you want to go there. So it's going to open at 10 a.m. or that was earlier today. Makes sense. Like, you're starting to notice like a lot of places are putting in pop-up windows because I do deliver part-time, and makes sense for them to do that. But also pretty awesome because now you could get Wawa with drive-through. I mean, yeah. Look at that. Mike's on top of his game today. He's on top of his game. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. So, yeah. I mean, Wawa having a drive-through is kind of clutch, but need it. So it brings up the whole, have you ever heard anybody go, as you can tell, I'm a fan of Wawa with my play on my hat, but can anybody go, oh, Sheetz is better. Sheetz. Have you guys heard the Wawa versus Sheetz argument?
I actually get very excited when I'm around an area that has Sheetz. Not that I think it's better, but it's...
Well, we're talking about
it's a
convenience
different
store
change.
superiority right here. Sheetz or Wawa? You have both.
See, here's my thing, though. With Sheetz, I'm getting a variety of things I've never gotten before, and I love new and exciting stuff, so I always get excited when I'm around a Sheetz, more so than I get excited around a Wawa. I don't know which one I would choose more over the other. I know
Wawa, in my opinion.
I would have to say Wawa just because it's known, because it's there, but I don't know. Like right now, what are the new ones that have been popping up in Jersey? The
Royal Farms.
The Royal Farms. I went into a Royal Farms, and they could suck my dick. A Wawa over Royal Farms any day.
That chicken's pretty good, though. That chicken's pretty good.
It doesn't matter.
No, chicken sucks.
You don't like the chicken?
It sucks.
All around going in there, you want to wash your hands. It was before COVID. I wanted to wash my hands after leaving there.
Oh, absolutely.
But so I'd take Wawa any day. But Sheetz, I think that Sheetz is on par with Wawa, and I don't know which one I would choose. And I know that's probably horrible for me to say, being from Jersey.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think I've done both. I think people just get all excited. They're like, "Oh, I can order food from the pump." I don't know. That's the thing. I never hear anybody tell me say like, well, this is better at sheets. They just say sheets is better. I'm like, well, why? Why is it better? Tell me why.
Give me a
is the
reason.
breakfast sandwich better? Is the hoagie better? I don't know.
Because at Sheets you could buy electronics.
I feel like the farther west you go in Pennsylvania, the more boring things get, and people's tastes become more vanilla. That's the theory.
Wait a second. No, as you travel more in, you get a Sheets,
And
but
then
also
you get to Pittsburgh,
you get fireworks all over the place. You go by and it blows shit up.
Yeah, but driving from like Philly to Pittsburgh it's a desolate wasteland. You're like everything looks the same.
And
By
Laura
the way,
just said
speaking of that, if we have a camera, we could look at Jamie's hat. He actually took the train here today. He took a freight train.
Laura said they have better rolls. I don't
Amtrak.
believe that Wawa had better rolls until they started doing the
Amoroso?
really good real wheat rolls. Those are the ones I love from Wawa. Any other roll
You don't
is
even
just
fuck with
disgusting.
bread anymore, bro. You can't even talk
I
about
know.
bread.
I'm just
you don't
I'm
even fuck
thinking
with
about
bread.
it. I
Do you
know.
even eat bread, bro?
I wish.
That's the bread version of
I
people
do
that
if I
lift
drink
weights.
enough tequila.
Nice. So, the bread, she's so right on point with that. Right on point. But did we get a picture of Jamie's hat? I guess we don't have a camera on Jamie, huh?
No, we don't have
No,
a
we
camera
don't.
on
Oh,
Jamie.
you guys
No,
are missing
he does
out.
not have a camera.
Choo choo. I wish I had a train sound effect. So I'm going to start calling him Thomas. What's up, Thomas?
And you can go fuck yourself.
So, speaking of fucking people's selves, I would like to say fuck you to the scalpers of the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 because I got my own Xbox Series X, and I will tell you how to possibly find one if you're looking to get one for that special someone, your kid, yourself, and what my success story was. So you have to pay attention to stock updates. Don't rely on websites to tell you when it's back in stock because when they hit you with that email, it's already too late. You have to be proactive about it. So Best Buy did something very peculiar. I believe it was Tuesday. I can't remember. I was just so rushed with victory that, my head overflowed and I just passed out. No, but really, it's Best Buy did a really good job. So what's going on is you guys heard me talk about this. I've been tracking this story, and I figure it could be useful information because everybody knows a gamer, and I want one, and it does more than just gaming. But I'm not pitching on Xbox. This is how you can get one. So Best Buy is probably, in my opinion, the best bet for replenishing their stock. They are probably the biggest electronics retailer in North America. Safe to say, right? In Canada too, I believe.
Pretty much.
Right. So they're going to have the most stock probably for Microsoft. They probably committed to buying a certain amount before it even came out. This is how these things go. I don't know. Maybe it'll be, whatever. The point is did other sites, Walmart, you could get one, but you're not going to get it till like January 10th. I'm getting mine on Sunday. And Walmart, they have stock, but it's pushed too far out. Best Buy, what they did is they said, hey, we're going to be releasing some stock. I believe I saw it on CNET, if I'm not mistaken, or Tech Radar or something like that. And they said they were going to release it 8 a.m. Central Time, which would be 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And they didn't. They said, because they specifically said after, not on, and people didn't notice that, and they did it on purpose. So I said, that doesn't make any sense. So I sat around, I kept refreshing. I was up 9 o'clock. I was trying to get it. And no success whatsoever. So I was thoroughly annoyed. I was like, okay, whatever. I Googled a few stories, see if anything was out there about it. This is how you could kind of keep track of it and get on the right trail. And then one site goes, well, they're going to actually be releasing some stock in a couple hours. They're not giving us stuff at a time, but definitely going to be happening. So they did it to ward the bots off because the bots were going to attack at 9, right? Because that's what's going on here. And they want people to get because they're making money on the Xbox. It's not like they're giving it away for free. Or your PS5. This applies to PS5s as well. So, you would go in there, try to put it in your cart and say, please wait. This is how things are going to work. And I actually have a picture of it. Excuse me while I read what it said on here, while I look at the picture in my phone. I'm so thoroughly, I'm just so interested in what you guys are thinking. So, just kidding. I've been yelled at for this. Mike's like, Matt! So
be prepared. Don't look at stuff on your phone.
It will say, please wait. It'll be grayed out. It says and a thing will pop up that said, this is how it's going to work. Every few minutes, we're going to release more inventory. Shortly, the button will turn back to yellow unless we sell out. At this point, try adding it to your cart again. Pro tip, if that works, check out as fast as you can. It won't be reserved until you are in checkout. So here's the thing. You get in a checkout by hitting the button when it goes yellow, but you want to sign up for a Best Buy profile, already preload your payment method, if you're going to do that. It's for in-store pickup. Cash, if you're going to use cash, get like a gift card that will work for it. Maybe call Best Buy and ask them ahead of time, hey, would this work for a purchase online? So I know I'm going to, just giving you guys some useful information here because guess what? Trying to get that. That's the hot gift this year. I mean, that's got to be top 3, right, Mike?
Absolutely. That is the
and 2 of the 3
major-
are PS5 and the other one.
PS5, yes. And news outlets today have been reporting that PS5 and Xbox Series X sales have reportedly made scalpers $29 million on eBay alone.
I refuse, and I am on a mission to take a little chunk out of their ass by giving you the power to say, fuck you, scalpers. I am on a mission. I do not want them making any extra money. And I know one, you know what, he can go fuck himself too. I didn't buy one off him. I don't even care if it's $50 over. I waited. You can wait, and you will get one. Those who are patient will prevail. And, I did. So what I kept doing is I had 2 screens open, right? You want to make sure you pick the store that's closest to you if you could do that because they might send it to your store. You don't know what store it's in, so don't play that game. You're logged in. I would hit refresh, and then it would go yellow and hit add cart. It was almost like I had to click add cart before it went away.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I got in there, and then it said, okay, hold on. And the website was very intuitive. It would tell you what to do step by step, so you wouldn't back out, refresh, or get out of the cart. Gave you some time to do it, and they did a wonderful job. Of all the websites I've seen and companies that have done releasing the Xbox, including Microsoft themselves, Best Buy has done by far the best job, in my opinion.
There you go.
So that would be my bet if I was going to spend time, because it is a lot. You're not going to sit there and monitor all these websites.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're sending you stock updates, because I signed up for all of them and I got them, and I was already getting it before I got the stock update, they're useless.
Mm-hmm.
So don't rely on that. Don't rely on Amazon to do it. Unless you don't care and you want to just get it later on when there's plenty of stock, that's fine too. I totally get that. But if you could pay retail price and get it, and you know what? I'm not going to hate. If you want to turn around and scalp it, make some extra money too. I don't care.
And right now, like you said, this is the hottest thing. This is hotter than when Beanie Babies were hot.
Yeah.
This is hotter than when Furbies
I know you have a
were
Beanie
hot.
Babies collection, don't you?
My mother had a Beanies Baby collection, and
You
my
didn't?
mother made me go out to a store and go stay overnight to get a Furby. So this is bigger than the Furbies.
Yeah,
You know what
something. When I look at you, I think Beanie Babies.
You know what this is? You know what this is even bigger than? Godfrey, do you know? This is bigger than Tickle Me Elmo.
I knew you would love Tickle Me Elmo.
This is bigger.
I take that back. You are a Tickle Me Elmo guy through and through.
This is the Xbox and the PlayStation are the hot item this year. Bigger than Tickle Me Elmo, bigger than Furby, bigger than Beanie Babies. There's only one thing that rivals it right now, but it's not that big as these ones, but is the Oculus Quest 2. But yes, that is the hot ticket item. And
I was waiting for that one.
Heed Godfrey's kind of information as to how to get this, because I know a lot of people that are failing every single day.
And I'm telling you, and you have to be diligent. Believe what you believe and use your instincts, because, I've seen different articles out there, and they're taking advantage of it too. That's a hot topic. I bet you if you looked up where the rank is for the how can I get a Xbox Series 1, Series X, or PS5, it's probably in the top 10 of what gets Googled right now. So, if you see a story, scrutinize it, right? Like, that doesn't make sense, because sometimes they don't know, and they're just creating clickbait because they know you're going to click on the article because it's hot right now. People are looking for a way. Am I right? Guys, can I get an amen?
I'm not. No.
No.
That's
a
what
baby
you
in
get.
church.
Yes, a baby who needs a Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah.
Not from Uncle Steve, from
Ooh.
the store.
Uncle Steve is bad. So, speaking of gifts for Christmas, yeah, real bad.
That's the title of the show. Uncle Steve is bad.
Yeah.
Go.
So speaking of gifts for Christmas, I always like a good gag gift. I like Dick's by Mail. They got some good ideas, and I saw a gift that made me think of that, and I'm gonna send it to Mike over here so he could display it for you. He's not prepared. This is my fault. I didn't tell him this before the show, so I don't want to make Mike look bad here. So, anyway, gag gifts are fun. Has anybody ever gotten a gag gift at Christmas? Anybody? No? Yeah?
Other than like the whole idea of like putting your gift in a bag that's in a bag that's in a bag kind of deal.
No,
But-
mine was in a box, in a box, in a
Yeah,
box.
in a box inside of a box.
And that
of a
inside
box.
box was actually empty.
Right. That's about as far as I go. I am showing
Yeah.
the bag of dicks that you can send somebody that says "eat a bag of dicks."
Glitter bomb is great. The
glitter bomb, I've seen that.
Yeah, or the sand bomb. Only do the sand if you hate someone. Glitter maybe too, but I think sand is a little bit more hateful than
There
glitter.
is one that you can send actual feces. You can send any. You pay for the shit that you want. You could buy some person elephant shit.
Oh God, Jesus!
Ugh.
You can send them horse shit. You can send them dog shit, and they rate which shit you should buy for that person.
Check that photo out I sent you. Might put it up on there. So this is a good one. But one I like is there's the fart card. Like you open it up, it's supposed to smell like fart. It says like congratulations.
You want this up on the screen?
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
yes.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, it's from the waist down.
Right.
My question is the reason why we're putting this up. Everybody has gotten a prank with this guy or a text message with this guy in it? Have they not?
You have to explain this for the people at home that are listening, not viewing. So good luck with that. Have fun. Go ahead.
All right. So I will.
Oh my God.
Most
almighty.
of you. This is a gag gift, though. You see how it's like a wall thing? Now, I say this gift sucks because it should go below the waist, but because it would make it better. But I guess to put it on eBay, they really can't do that. But it looks like it's cut off the end. So, has anybody got the text where there's a big black gentleman that's completely naked sitting on the bed? You guys know who I'm talking about, where they said, like, hey, here's a link to like a free this or that or a joke, and you click on the link, and boom, this guy's sitting on the side of the bed. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So, if you can't picture it, with my great storytelling, and you realize that you suck, go to our Facebook page or go to the video and listen to the video on Take It a Deep with thegodfrey.com. Watch the video. Can't be
It's
silly.
3 by 5 foot.
Yeah.
It's a banner.
Yeah, it's a banner. That's a great gag gift, I think.
It's a great gag gift, but I mean, if you got this, would you actually put this up somewhere, and where would you put it?
No, but that gag, you have to think about what's the accomplishment of the gag, right?
I would hang that in the studio.
What you want to do is you want to see the person that you gifted that to open that up.
But what if they?
The reaction is the whole payoff.
Would you rather a shocked reaction?
Yes.
A pissed off reaction, or somebody who actually appreciates it and thanks you?
I would be okay with all of them. The pissed off one would be last, but if someone
you'd get a pissed
I
off
would
from
find
me.
I would find if someone appreciated it, it would make me laugh harder because I'm like, wow, they really love this.
Yeah, like you gave them something that touched them somewhere.
But see, that's a technique right there because people often do that when they get pranked to kind of like take the sizzle away from the prank. Like, oh yeah, no, I love this. This is cool.
No, next thing you know, you go over to their house. It's over top of the kitchen table in the dining room, like just for everybody.
I would take it that far. Just
in the dining room.
I would take
dining
it
room,
that
I'd
far
burn
if I
it.
received it. I absolutely would take it that far. I would have it on as a coffee table. Like, bring your wife over. You know, my girlfriend. You know, we'll all eat together. Put some meats out on the table and just have that be the tablecloth.
Weird comment.
She said, "I will eat those when I send meats."
Oh
Wow,
my God.
the timing of that comment was very, very robust.
I can't give you anything on that comment.
So we have a couple other gag
shit.
gifts, and I'll send it to Mike. I'm not advertising for these people, but I should just start asking for money. Be like, yo, guys, I randomly picked your site, but I sent it to Mike in case he wants to list it. So there's the squirrel and underpants ornament. That's pretty cool. Ketchup candy canes. That's fucked up. So it's a candy cane.
I mean, who likes candy canes to begin with?
Yeah. Emergency underpants. Yep. A nose flute. That pisses people off. People that have and like breathe real noisy, like
I gotta. Let me see if I can find this. Send poo as a gift.
not real poo, right?
It is.
Come on. Yeah, well, so a good gag gift, and I saw one. Actually, I think it was at like Marshalls, or no, I forget, it was some store where they had a gag gift that was a box gag gift, where you erected and it was a box in a box in a box. Wow, there's actual poop senders.
Poopsenders.com, the ultimate gag gift. Sweet revenge at its finest.
Oh, Dumbo, come here! Don't waste that. That's money. Come here, Dumbo. Don't you flush that?
You can do that again.
Yeah,
You've got cow dung, elephant crap, gorilla poop,
really,
or the combo pack. And you can get it
just
in a
gets
quart.
past customs.
You can get it in a quart or a gallon.
Oh my God.
Jesus. So I'm not surprised by this because I covered a story a couple years ago where a couple made alcohol out of the fermented fruit and elephant dung or some type of vodka. They were in South Africa and they gave it to their friends and told them it was made of elephant dung later on, or fruit from elephant poop, and they said it didn't taste that bad. But that was an actual true story that they did that. I'd be kind of pissed if my friend made alcohol from elephant shit and then fed it to me. I don't know. I think that would deserve the appropriate responsibility. Excuse me, can I use your bathroom? And then give them an upper decker.
Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't. But if anybody out there listening has done an upper decker, not that I don't want to. I would like to talk to you first, and then would like to talk to your victim if it's okay. You guys know each other afterwards, or if someone's a separate victim, I would like them to talk about their experience. But please call in at 856-485-9565 if you have been a perpetrator or a victim of an upper decker. That's a promo right there.
It's definitely a promo.
I mean, that is.
They don't get any better.
I mean, if you do an upper decker, you have to be willing to possibly lose friendship of forever with that individual.
It depends. It depends on how.
To.
It depends on how old you are when you do it. Like in my early mid-20s, that might not have been a friendship ruiner.
Yeah, it would be nowadays, though.
Now that when you get into your 30s, maybe upper 30s, definitely within your 40s, now you're kind of stretching the limits of a friendship.
Well, I haven't talked to my mom for 10 years, and I think she's really overreacting.
Okay, then.
No, I'm just. No, I would never do that to my mother. Close, but I missed. No, that would be messed up. But yeah, no, you're right. I agree. So, how about fart bombs? So it's stink bombs. You can buy it. It's a prank one. I don't know. You don't want to give anybody ammo, so that's kind of crappy, so to speak. But you go to this website. I sent it to you, Mike. There's the yodeling pickle, Bob Ross, Happy Little Mints. Don't be a dink dink or dick. So check all those out. I think they're kind of funny. Bacon candy. That sounds good, actually. I don't know if that's supposed to be bad or not. I'm confused. Bacon bandages. Mike's all about that one. He's like, yes, please. I'm going to cut myself now. And always the favorite. Jelly Belly, I feel like, has jelly beans that taste like shit naturally. Some of them.
Well, they have the Harry Potter ones. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm not talking about that. But that is. I didn't hear about that one. Is that supposed to be magical and grow trees?
Oh no, you've never had. Are you kidding me? You've never had the Harry Potter jelly beans?
No.
So I'm trying to remember the name. I've had them so many times.
I've never even seen a Harry Potter.
So what they're called?
And I'm told that that's bad for some reason.
In the movie, what was it called? Bertie Bott's.
Bertie Bott's.
Every flavor bean.
So what they are is they're called Bertie Bott's, and a lot of shows over the past few years do this as a challenge, of sorts. But so let me show you the flavors. But they sell them at Five Below all the time, and they sell out all the time. But the whole gag of these is that some of the flavors are legit flavors, and some of them look exactly like the flavors, but there's something else. So you've got, stuff like black pepper, booger, candy floss,
booger,
dirt, earthworm, earwax.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing. I guess you're gonna have to put it in a bowl. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to put it in a bowl on your table and see who just takes.
They got vomit.
Now here's the question. Let me ask you this: you go in someone's house. There's a bowl of nuts on their table for public consumption or peanuts. Are you touching these things?
What you're talking about? See, now you're going into today's world. No. But beforehand, absolutely.
Well, I mean, we can't go in a time machine like
if
the
it were a
DeLorean.
family or a close friend, I probably would.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
To
so
me,
you would touch their nuts.
To me, I wouldn't care. I'd go in just grabbing.
You would grab the nuts.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's always grabbing nuts.
So I see one. Mike, throw this up on the screen real quick. I just sent it to your messenger. This is the last one, and then we're gonna move on and tell you about cucks and mushes of the week and one more honorable mention. But hander pants. Yeah, they're This is a good gag gift. Yeah, they look like tighty whities, but they're hobo gloves.
Can you get skid marks up those?
I guess that's if
you can try.
Yeah, if putting your hand down someone's pants, but if you get skid marks after you do that, man, that's really, I don't know, for most people that's a deal breaker. Would be for me, but some people like that. They're probably like, yes. It's so funny, like you get to know friends, and like you find out that certain friends are into certain things, and you know that people would never know that they were into that. You ever have friends like that? Like I have a friend She's a girl,
Yeah.
and it's a deal breaker for her. I'll leave her nameless unless you eat ass. It's a deal breaker.
So so speaking of deal breakers, is it a deal breaker if you see your significant other or somebody you're interested in pick their nose?
That's a tough one.
I
That's
know,
a borderline one for me.
It's right now. So if
I mean, it depends how big of a pick it is. Like, is it like a quick little?
Is it like a quick?
I have an itch, or is it like I'm like sticking my finger so far up my nose, I feel like I'm getting a COVID test.
No, so you sit. So I'm going to
like
give it to you.
COVID test levels like this. Okay.
Like if you see them actually get up there, get something.
No pick.
Then,
no pick.
And then actually wipe it on something.
Ooh.
Is that a deal breaker?
Wait. So, wipe it on a tissue or wipe it
anywhere? It could be anywhere. It could be
your
underneath
couch,
underneath the chair, underneath the table, in a tissue, but wipe it somewhere.
They better be drunk or baked, because to me, if you're that comfortable, I can't just. I would be embarrassed to like pick my nose and not in private. I'll pick my nose in private. Fuck all you guys. I don't care.
So that's the thing.
Don't judge. You are all finger popping your assholes, not me.
So as long as
but no, here's the thing. I can't imagine me sitting there at my girl's house and going like, "Hey, what's up?" Just get a big fucking nasty one and just wipe
and
it.
just
under
look
her,
at it,
wipe
like
it
show
under
her.
Couch. That really is gonna make her want to blow you guys. Like, really.
So that is picking your nose is not is a deal breaker for you.
Laura says she didn't do it. Yeah, right, motherfucker.
I don't think it's a deal breaker for me. The deal breaker would be if they ate it.
Oh, definitely.
Whoa! If they ate it. So wait, you're telling me? All right. So let's just say they fucking blow a snot in her hand, and they're looking for a place to wipe it, and they put it on the corner of like your TV, like the back corner of it. Are you okay with that?
That's different. That's actually that's snot in
All
your
right,
hand.
What about a booger? What about it just sticks it to your, I mean, a random booger, like I mean, how far away that is from like flicking feces and someone's like on their carpet, like, oh, my ass itched.
A booger. Now, if you pick it,
my ass itched.
I'm going to judge you as to where you wipe it.
What about a
obviously.
fingernail? What if they clip a fingernail and it fucking flies into the middle of your carpet? Like, you'll never see it again. Like,
No, I would say go pick that up.
What if they can't find it?
I'm just saying they got to go pick it up.
Okay, they got to pick it up.
Right.
So they can just flick toenails like a field goal kicker in your living room, and that's cool.
As long as they pick it up.
Ladies, this is where the bar is at for Mike. He's not single, but that's the bar. This girl's probably like, oh, that's not my bar. But I would listen. Picking a booger is something all in itself that you're gonna have to digest. But then if you go to the second level of planting it somewhere, that's a whole nother.
So wait, how long into a relationship is picking your nose in front of your significant other okay?
Never, almost never.
That's what I was gonna say. Come on, it can't be never.
All right, once in a while. I mean, if you're like in year 6, like, not that I've ever had a 6-year relationship, but let's say you are, and I guess it would be passable, maybe year 2. I mean, I'm not gonna break up with a girl if she lets one squeak out, like, because I'm gonna definitely let a few squeak out, so.
So it has to be spaced properly. It has to be in certain situations.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. One of those. Those are the ones that was sort of like, what was that? What? Was that you? Huh? What was that? That was an elephant.
One elephant, the one that ran into the corner.
What the fuck?
It's the one hiding in the closet.
Yeah. Listen, I'm feeling personally attacked. Someone's a farter. What is happening right now? So, I mean, if you are picking your nose, I'm sorry. I gotta question it. I have to. And then wiping it on something, like if you picked it and put it in a tissue and you just, okay, I'll let it go. But if you picked it and then you ate some finger food and didn't wash your hands,
No. I mean, you're going with the extreme. I'm talking about like you're looking at your girl. She's in bed with you. She's about to go to sleep. You're both sitting there. You're watching TV, and she does a little digging and wipes on the side of the mattress.
We're gonna change subjects. We've already lost 5 viewers. No, I'm just joking. But
Go ahead.
F you scalpers. That went off the rail. But anyway.
Sorry.
By the way, guys, if you want Mike to eat disgusting hot shit, don't forget about that. I was serious. I was at a hot sauce store that just sells hot sauce in King of Prussia. I don't know if you know about this, Mike, and they have hot horseradish that is only to be used at a little bit. They say don't mess with it. So I'm gonna buy that and we're gonna test it out. Yeah, we're gonna see who can win, Mike versus the Heat. So I'll select the Heat. If you guys got some ideas, you can hit me up with them at THWEGODFREY. So, our mush of the week, something interesting happened here. And this was in a McDonald's in the UK of London. And Big Mac, or Bin Mac furious McDonald's customer snaps at wall of undelivered food left to go cold after Just Eat's order. Now, remember, this is out of London, so the terminology might be different. The bag is there. I'm going to send Mike a picture of this, and he'll throw it up as I talk about it, just so you know. There's a rack with orders on it, okay? And with that rack, people are supposed to pick it up or, to do call-in orders, things of that nature. I do deliver part-time, make some extra money. It was, in high demand right now. So, I'm a hustler. That's how I roll. So Helen Bonwell, 34, and her husband Simon, 40, waited in vain for 2 hours to collect their takeaway. And I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce that town. I'm just going to say it's in southeast London. And there's pictures on there. And basically, it said your order was canceled. Your refund's on the way. So they charged them. She was told some Just Eat answers cancel the orders. After several angry phone calls, 34-year-old marched to the Welling branch of McDonald's to buy the kids Happy Meal herself. But when she was appalled to discover a sea of orders piled on a trolley and claims more were being made. He claims McDonald's staff told her it was normal with Just Eat, as some drivers would cancel or not accept deliveries, so orders would be left there. The mum, which means mother in England, and it's mom over here, so just so you guys know. Mum shared a photo of the food left to go cold and branded Just Eat's disgusting service a joker. So here's the thing. Why is she a mush? Because she's right, but she's wrong. I'm going to tell you why. Someone who has had experience doing the job on the other side that has to deliver this food, here's the problem. They don't give a fuck about you at the restaurant or McDonald's. Especially here in the U.S. where they're paid like $8 an hour. They could give zero fucks about that job. And I'm not saying it's right, but the management sucks because they should be like, well, how come all these cold meals aren't getting served? Because they're going to lose money on the food. As a driver, the drive-through is fucking horrendous to have to sit in. You're making maybe like $10 if you're lucky on that delivery, and you're sitting there for a fucking hour. You're not there to make $10 an hour, okay? You're there as a 1099 full contractor. You're on tips, all that stuff. So when it gets canceled, it means your restaurant blows because and it's usually McDonald's. If it's a non-chain restaurant, they're like grateful for the business, but it's because they suck at the one you ordered it from. So change it up and maybe it'll be a little bit different. Because some restaurants will have it efficient. They'll give it to you. Some are like, oh, fuck you. And you know what I think? I think this lady doesn't get that these people didn't actually get the food picked up because they don't make it easy for the delivery drivers. They jerk them off. Like you're sitting there for 30 minutes. They're indignant about it. So if you want that to end, fix it, McDonald's, because that blows. And it's McDonald's fault. Because the managers they're usually not working at nighttime. Everybody has to come through the drive-thru. Some McDonald's will let you skip line and be like, hey, is the order ready? Because you're picking up a delivery, which it should be. If you're a delivery driver, you're not ordering food. It should be made already. And so a driver gets frustrated and will cancel it, say, fuck it, I'm out of here. I've done it. That's how it works. Not surprising at all. So they'll start losing more business if they don't fix it because people aren't getting their food. And certain restaurants have figured it out. Chick-fil-A, doesn't matter. You could go there whenever you want. And they are efficient. They could have 90 cars in the parking lot, and they're still getting you your chicken in like 10 minutes. Have you guys gone to a Chick-fil-A drive-thru and see how efficient they are? It's ridiculous. You never wait there for too long. They are I've never seen anything like it.
I've actually don't think I've ever been to I've been to a Chick-fil-A in a mall like 20 years ago.
No, they're awesome.
Are they?
Yeah,
I've seen the lines, but I haven't actually sat there.
I always try to go on Sundays.
Yeah. So we'll have Uncle Pat on in a few minutes, but I was going to talk about a few things here. That is our mush of the week because she's mushing it up because she's fumbling the football. So yeah, screw that. You're a mush of the week. And she could be a double cuck of the week because she was hoping to find something there, I think. If she was pissed off about her food, I would be too. But the cucks of the week are the people that watch Instagram stories and TikTok stories, and that's how they get all their important information, a.k.a. political insight, what to do, what not to do on certain things. And sometimes that can be valuable, but just know that if you're an adult and this is how you're doing it, that is the adult version of a pop-up book, and you are borderline stupid. And that's how I feel about that. Because I see a lot of that going on, and it's like, there's no detail to it. It's a few sentences. You're not asking any questions. You're like, oh, yeah, because they're playing on what they already know you agree with. So they'll put that out there, and you just latch onto it like it's a dolphin of dumbness, and you're just going to swim down stupid river. I don't know. I think it's a pop-up book, pretty much. It's like a visual pop-up book, meaning like audio, video-wise, and you're looking at it, you're like, that's cool. I see a lot of people out here that are putting out We the People videos. We the People, because they think the election was rigged. I'm like, okay. Yeah, We the People. And I'm like, stop with that. Because at the end of the day, all I heard is about how everyone's going to flip out and blow up and this and that. It's not going to happen. Because half you motherfuckers on the way to your supposed revolution are going to get a call to go pick your daughter up from softball. So please, shut the fuck up and move on. You know what I mean? And that is getting on my nerves. Specifically because I felt the same way in 2016. I'm like, okay, it's over now. Let's move on and get back to having a couple years. That's normal before it gets shitty again. Right, guys? Are you with me on that? Like, are we done with that bullshit?
No, but we're not done with anything yet. Are you kidding?
No, it's just getting started.
It's coming to a quicker end than people think. So
it's good. No, it's not.
I hope so.
It's not. It's going to come to an end in terms of the bullshit we're dealing with right now. But that gentleman and that movement are going to keep on going.
Oh yeah, they're not going to go away.
Yeah.
But my thing is if you get sucked into anybody, I don't care what party they're from in that form of a vehicle where you're just watching a TikTok story, then you are an idiot. And you are an easy sell. Because that is vanity at its best, in my opinion. But that being said, those are the cucks of the week because you're in the back like, oh my God, will that happen? Oh, oh God, let's happen. Oh man, I hope it happens. I hope they do. Oh shit. That's why you're a cuck. Because you're sitting there hoping and wishing and being a cuck. So, with that being said, Pat's going to be like, how do I follow up on that one, right? I'm trying. This is the magic mouse that we got to move around to, oh, there it is.
You just got to click it once.
It woke. So, we're going to talk a little bit of football real quick with Patty. Mr. Pat. What's up, Pat? What's up, Uncle Pat?
Hey, how are you? It's kind of hard to follow that one.
Yeah, well, listen. Sometimes you got to jump on, the dragon and take a fly, take a few puffs, puff, pass.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I had a feeling. Are you on speakerphone, Pat?
I'm coming off it.
Woo! I knew it. So me and Pat are going to give
There you go, fuck face. Is that better?
Yes, dick face. Now, with that being
Tell
said,
me what I'm doing.
So we're gonna use some of your picks, and we're gonna give them out, and I'm gonna talk a little bit of fantasy football real quick before Pat gives you the picks. You know what I mean?
Hey, Mike.
That was Pat taking a hit. It's called the tugboat. Anyway, remember the wrestler tugboat?
What's that?
Remember the wrestler tugboat, Mike? You remember that, right?
I remember tugboat.
Oh
yes.
yeah, big man.
Yeah,
What's
the
that?
most unoriginal entrance music ever. What's going to be your entrance music? We're just going to play a tugboat whistle. Cool. Put it on repeat. Remember, his outfit was horrible too. If you think about it now, they're like, yeah, let's get a really fat guy and put him in red and white stripes, and put a little sailor hat on him. It was kind of ridiculous when you think about it now. He looked like a candy can.
I mean, you think about how much we thought it was ridiculous. Think about how ridiculous
You talking about Tugboat?
Yep.
how ridiculous he must have felt being the guy who had to put that on and go out and perform.
I mean, I gotta be honest. If you paid me enough, I might do it. We used to work for a guy that looked like Tugboat. he looked like him. I swear to God.
I would pay to see that.
But he probably has a hairier back though. He's more like a Sasquatch. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, guys. So it's fantasy football playoff week, and I have a few pieces of advice for you. I'm going to try to give you some deep sleepers, and what I think you guys need to pay attention to quickly is the injury list. Who's on COVID? Who's on the COVID list? Who's on the injured list? Who's been hurt all year long? It can impact your matchups. Now, it's not to say, oh, they're hurt or they're struggling through an injury, let's sit them. But I'll give you one example. Rashard Higgins, for me, the Cleveland wide receiver, was a borderline fantasy start if you're looking for some sleepers or replacements with your late season injuries in fantasy football of the Cleveland Browns. But he was borderline because James Bradbury is the cornerback for the Giants, and they're playing, or he's on the COVID list, which upgrades him to that's our fantasy sleeper of the week. And one other one would be Nelson Aguilar. I know the Eagles fans in the audience are like, what? Well, he's the number one receiver on the Raiders, and it would be the number one receiver on the Eagles this year if he was fucking playing on this horrid team that's here. So he is another sneaky pickup. He's their number one receiver. He had 21 fantasy points last week, and those are your two fantasy sleeper picks of the week. Nelson Aguilar, Rashard Higgins. You need some flex help or wide receiver 3 or 2 even. Lock start them. So we got some games coming up this week. Tonight we got the Chargers, and we have the Raiders. Raiders are still fighting for the playoffs.
Are the
Outside
Chargers
chance.
playing in the Raiders' old stadium?
No, they're in Vegas.
No, are the Chargers
No,
playing
the
in
Chargers are
Oakland's
playing in a brand
old
new stadium that opened up this year called SoFi Field.
All right.
So, if you guys need some action tonight, the Raiders are favored by -3.5. Their defense is Swiss cheese. The total is 51.5 on the over/under, and 54.5 is where it was at. So, Pat, who would you take in a one? Raiders favored by 3.5 at home.
I'm going with the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chargers here. I think the Raiders are bruised and battered on defense, and their quarterback's turning the ball over a lot lately. So
I just think the Raiders have more to play for.
yeah, they're a really up and down team. It's always like which one's going to show up this week. So Eagles. Last week, Jalen Hurts. What did you think about how he looked, Pat?
You know what I was wondering all week? I wonder what the prop bet was for him to go over 100. I was going to say 100 miles, over 100 yards.
Yes, he ran 100. He ran 100 miles.
Because that hasn't happened in like so many games.
Good question. I should look that up and find it out. It had to be at least plus 200, if not higher.
No, it had to be much higher than that. You're talking about plus 200 versus 100. That's only 2-to-1 odds.
Well, they usually do.
about,
They usually do an over/under bet. So I don't know if someone will let you tease that bet. But we'll go, if you guys have any questions about bets like that, get at me or Pat. We could explain the science of it to you. But that is an interesting thought there. I thought he looked good for his first start. He hasn't been really coached. He hasn't had a whole lot of OTAs as far as mini camps, practices, time where he was getting the first team reps until like a week and a half ago, and he didn't get all that. And he still performed pretty well, and I think he performed well despite the coaching staff. Because if you think about it, they probably haven't had the chance to touch this kid as much as they have wanted to, and he was out there playing on pure instinct, in my opinion. Pure skills, pure instinct.
I hear all week that teams now have film on him. I don't care how much film you have on this kid. This kid's going to, even if you put a spy on him, he's going to zip right past you.
Well, here's the thing.
Quick.
I don't want to get too overexcited.
smart.
He is quick, and he has showed some good instincts. I don't want to get too overexcited because I remember plenty of Eagles quarterbacks past where they had 1 or 2 good games, and then we anointed them as the next one, and it has turned out to be more often
Don't
than
burst
not.
my bubble. I want to be excited.
Okay, well, I'm excited about his potential. I hope he becomes the next Russell Wilson. What I saw is he had some good instincts, but throwing the ball outside the numbers, I'm not too confident. And to be a really good quarterback in this league, you got to be able to run. And when I say run, I don't mean 4-4 speed. I mean get the first down, get the third down, convert it to the first, the bone-crushing, back-breaking third downs you convert. 4 or 5 yards here, not get hit, learn how to not get hit, get out of the way, and throw the ball. Mahomes is what I described.
I think more important than speed is anticipation.
Sure. Great point.
And I think the kid's got both.
Yeah, so he does have both, but I still need to see more from the throwing angle. Russell Wilson wasn't the best thrower coming out of college. They coached him. He evolved into a better thrower, and he's more of a complete quarterback, if not, some would say, a complete quarterback now. So, that young man is cerebral. Correct. And, and if Jalen Hurts is awesome, Wentz needs to be benched, whether he's the future or not, he still needs to be benched. So I'm happy about it, but looking at the game, if you're not looking at it with rose-colored glasses on, Eagles-colored glasses, I mean, if Drew Brees played, they probably would. I think they would have beat him. And there's some film on the kid, so let's see how they adjust. He's playing a better team. Actually, the Cardinals' defense isn't as good as the Saints. However, I also think the way that they're playing football affects how the Saints play defense. And what I mean is, if Drew Brees was there, they would be able to score at a higher pace. With Taysom Hill, that ability is not there. You get a few stops, it changes the dynamic of the game, and you don't have to score too much points to win. So, if Drew Brees played, I think it would be different. However, that doesn't mean that Jalen Hurts wouldn't have done well. So, it's exciting. Do they win this week is the question. Arizona Cardinals, in Arizona, they went from 6.5 to 6 points. They're a 6-point underdog, and their total is 49.
They're still in the hunt for the playoffs, aren't they?
The division. Both are.
Yeah, well, it comes down to this time of the year, not matchup as much, in my opinion, in my heart, as much as who wants it more. Kind of like our job. When you're talking about the last week of the month, you got a different player than you did the first 3 weeks. Same thing here. The first 3 quarters of the season, every player is a particular type of player. Now everybody's just putting their foot into the dirt a little bit harder. Mm-hmm. They're hitting a little harder. It's who wants it the most.
Right.
Who wants to go home and watch the playoffs versus who wants to be in the playoffs is what's going to happen over the next 4 weeks.
So listen, what I think is, I forgot to bring this up. I don't know, and there's probably not enough time to bring up a clip, but the Monday Night Football game was a great game, and I wanted to bring it up because I firmly believe that the quarterback left the field because he had to take a shit. Absolutely.
Come on.
No, if you look at the people have been talking. If you look at the footage,
that game was as good as watching Hagler
it was,
Hearns, man.
But
it was the Hagler Hearns.
If
football.
Tracy McSorley doesn't get hurt, he might have never brought him back out on the field. If you can, Mike, pull up footage real quick, or just it's probably out there as a GIF or a meme of Lamar Jackson running from the locker room. He walked and ran to the locker room like he was clenching his cheeks. We all know that walk. And if you look at this, and what I find amazing is that he took care of what he needed to take care of, and then he comes out and throws a touchdown. That's a man's man right there.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what. You can play a whole lot better once you relieve yourself.
Oh, yeah. Well, he had the bubble guts. So, that's an interesting game. So, are you taking the Eagles or the Cardinals?
I'm taking the Eagles.
Yeah, so Eagles fans, you do have a reason to be excited.
That's just because I think, Doug really has a really good December record, and there's not enough tape on this kid. I don't give a frick what everybody's been saying all week on the radio. There's not enough tape on the kid.
Sure.
His ability was just scratched at the surface. There's more.
Well, there's enough tape.
They're going to put in some other plays that nobody has seen all year from the Eagles. I think the Eagles win by 6.
All right. Well, there's enough tape on Kyler Murray. So defenses are starting to adjust. We'll see if the Eagles will adjust. But if I were to bet this game, I would definitely take the spread with the Eagles and the money line because I think the Eagles will cover. I don't know if they'll win, but at plus 223, I think that's a good value. If you think they're going to win, throw it on the plus 223. So
you got to really sit down and enjoy that game. You're talking about 2 fabulous quarterbacks. Kyler Murray's got a fucking cannon for an arm, and legs like a gazelle, and a brain like Einstein. That kid's a package.
Yeah, but defenses have been adjusting to him.
Well, we have with Hurts, but
Yeah, defenses have been
I
adjusting
think
to
Hurts
him.
plays with a chip on the shoulder.
Defenses have been
In a
adjusting
good
to
way.
him. So 12-19 is Saturday. So we have 2 football games on Saturday night this week, folks. So keep that in mind. And you know you
Who
can
plays?
Bills, Broncos, and Panthers, Packers. But the other game we got to talk about, which would be our final game that we bring up, because we're only bringing up key games on here. If you want my opinion on other games, you know how to get at me at THEEGODFREY. You can get at me or Pat on Instagram, or me on Instagram, Pat on Facebook, and me on Twitter as well. THEEGODFREY. Is the Chiefs
Yeah,
and the
we'll answer
Saints.
questions all week.
Chiefs and Saints, -3.
Chiefs in Miami.
Saints. No, Saints, New Orleans.
Doesn't seem like enough points.
The Chiefs are favored by 3?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like enough points. I mean, you're still talking about a rookie quarterback.
Well, no, that guy's been in the league for like 4 years. He's
Best
just
quarterback in the league, maybe ever.
Yeah, the guy. Well, yeah, it's looking that way, right? But let's. The guy, Taysom Hill, is he going to play or not? Is the question. And for me, if he's going to play, the Chiefs are definitely a lock to win. You might have a chance of something if Drew Brees plays.
Well, aren't they playing Miami?
No, they're playing the Saints, New Orleans Saints.
My apologies. I thought
New
it was Miami.
Orleans.
Sorry, folks.
New Orleans. They're playing the Saints. They're not the Aints anymore. Oh wait, did you found it? He found it.
I mean,
Look,
what do you think?
hold on, wait, we
I mean,
got
it's
breaking
not
news,
locked
Pat.
up yet. There's
Now,
no reason for them
Did you guys
to
see?
take it easy.
Pat, pause for a second. Listen. So, guys, did you see that? The video where he's running and he tells the guy to get the hell out the way. Does that look like he's Does that look like he was holding back a deuce? That's a butt clinching run, is it not? Mike?
It might have been. Who
That
knows?
was the way he looks at the
I don't
kid
know.
standing in the doorway to get the hell
Look
out
at
of
the
the
way
way.
he's running.
Probiotic.
He's not running too fast. He's not running too slow. Because he doesn't. Yeah. And, oh, that was brilliant at the end. That's awesome. And you know what? But he won the game. He's a man's man. He dropped the Yuletime log, and then he came out and he finished his business on the field and off the field. He said he got a yeah. You are lying. He said, I needed to get IVs for the cold. Boy, you lying. That was Brandon Marshall, former football player, and I believe Brandon Marshall, we all know he had the bubble guts. Let's be real. Let's be real. I mean, you look at him and you're like, even if you didn't know football, you never seen a football player, you'd be like, oh, that guy needs to take a shit. You could have been from China and never seen a football player in your life and be like, that guy needs to take a shit. It's universal. It's body language that's known. Everybody knows what that body language means. So,
It's true.
it's true.
That's
on that
true
note, we're going to
body
end on
language.
the Chiefs
You
Saints.
can lie
So,
with your mouth. You can't lie with your body.
my take on this game is the Chiefs are going to win either way. I think the Saints, and people are going to say I'm crazy, aren't as good as people are crowning them to be, just like the Steelers. And the Chiefs had they won a tough game where they played ugly last week, and they won in other ways, and that's what good teams do. And I think they're going to roll into New Orleans, and they're going to win, and they'll definitely cover. Now, to me, I don't know if the line changes much. I'm not sure Breeze is going to play. I think they're being wildly optimistic that he can, or they're just trying to fake out the Kansas City Chiefs to have to prepare, but they're going to prepare for both. If Taysom Hill's in there, it's a lock. It is a lock because they cannot keep up with the pace of play that the Chiefs can. Chiefs can score on you in about 10 seconds. They're not moving the ball like that without Drew Brees, and they weren't really moving the ball like that when Drew Brees was there anyway, to be honest. So, yeah, it's safe with the Chiefs.
The first game back, at least the first half of the first game, is settling back in and getting your football legs.
Yeah.
And getting
But
your
even
timing
still,
down.
he
He's
could have
not
been
gonna
playing the
come
last
in
10 games,
like
and they're
he
still
left.
losing. They're still losing, in my opinion. So, my lock of the week.
No, that's fine. I'm talking about Breeze.
No, I know. Even if he's in, they're still going to lose against the Chiefs, I think. All right, guys.
Yeah, agreed.
Browns Giants. That's Sunday Night Football. They flexed that game. Browns favored by 6. On the road against the Giants, I say take the cover. They're covering by 6. Browns are gonna blow them away. Their best cornerback will be out because he's on the COVID list, and it looks like Colt McCoy again. And even if it's Daniel Jones, I think he re-aggravated his injury last year. And guess what? No, last week, and therefore he's still not 100%. So take the Browns. It went from 3.5, Pat, to 6. By the way,
The Browns are coming out angry.
3.5 to 6, Pat. The Browns.
That's what I'm saying. The Browns are coming out angry, in a good way. They're coming out motivated because And by all chances, they could have won last week. I mean, the guy going in for the touchdown at the end was probably something they weren't expecting. They could have just chewed the clock down and kicked the field goal and won the game.
Yeah, no, I hear you on there. I hear you on that. 100%.
Probably a bad idea going
So
in.
this is a sneaky over. Both teams, the Giants' defense has improved, but they just lost a really good player. The Browns are going to score on them, and the Giants are going to be able to score a little bit on the Browns, keeping it closer than it really will be at the end of the score. I'll take 44 on this over all day long.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, I see. Unfortunately, I do see the Giants, who I thought were going to win the division, and the Redskins because of the injury to Alex Smith, both dwindling towards the end of the year.
Yeah. So
unfortunately, I see this still being a shit show, but it's going to come down to the last game, Philadelphia at Washington.
Yeah, I think so. Well, Philly's got to pull off Arizona this week.
Philadelphia holds its own future.
Yeah, they got to pull it off. Arizona's going to be their toughest matchup left in the season. So if they can win that, then I'll start thinking division. But if you do think they're going to win the division, last time I checked, for the Eagles to win a division is plus 600. Jump on it now. So if you think they're going to beat the Eagles, bet them to win the division. That's it. I mean, if they're going to beat the Cardinals. But with that, guys, we're going to get off. Philadelphia coming on in the next hour at 8 o'clock sharp. That being said, thanks for listening in, and thanks for calling in, Pat. Guys,
thank you.
You can hear the entirety of the show if you tune in late on toxicradio.net. You can subscribe to the podcast. If you can't catch us live on iTunes, Spotify, you can ask Amazon to take it deep. Say, Alexa, I want to listen to Taking It Deep, and it will pop right up on your Alexa. And all the past episodes, videos on Taking It Deep with the Godfrey on Facebook and on the Toxic website. As always, you can catch all the shows and on the Toxic page, which is, Mike, don't play it safe, don't play it toxic. Or
YouTube.com/play it toxic.
Play it toxic. There you go. So, with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Have a great holidays. And this is the Godfrey not saying goodbye, just saying take it deep.